Well, the Chinese Communist Party has expelled 12 senior officials just days before the start of the most important political event in China in 5 years. Among those expelled is the former Justice Minister Wu Ying, one of only a handful of senior female politicians in China. Delegates have begun arriving in Beijing for the party's 5-yearly Congress, at which a new leadership lineup will be unveiled. Well, with me is our Asia Pacific editor, Michael Bristow, to tell us more. Michael, first of all, who are these figures and why is this happening now?
Well, these 12 senior party officials are people at the very top of the party and the government in China. As you mentioned there, Wu Ying, former Justice Minister. We knew some of these were under investigation already. We hadn't heard about an investigation into her. Most of these have been dismissed because of corruption allegations, although in Wu Ying's case, we're not sure exactly what she's alleged to have done. The timing, as you indicate there, is significant. Essentially, what's going to happen in the next few days is the Chinese Communist Party is going to change around its leadership. One of the biggest changes that's happened in many years, certainly the biggest for 5 years. And so really what they're doing is preparing the ground, shaking out all the people. Xi Jinping is shaking out all the people in the ranks he doesn't want, and he's going to promote some new leaders. We now know who he doesn't want. We're yet to find out who he does want.
Is this significant on an international scale? Will other world leaders be looking at this and considering what's happening given their relationship with Xi Jinping?
Absolutely. I mean, the Chinese Communist Party is a notoriously difficult thing to report on. It's very inaccessible. But if you think about it, in the same way as you would a US presidential election, which happens once every 4 years, it's that level of importance. This is China deciding who's going to lead the country over the next 5 years, how it's going to approach the world over the next 5 years. It's absolutely pivotal to what goes on in the rest of the world. And all of it's taking place behind closed doors. There's no candidates putting themselves up for election as you might find in the West. It's all behind closed doors. We won't know the results and who's going to be up, who's going to be down until right at the end of the Congress when the results are announced.
So can you tell us a bit more about this party Congress and what its function is, just briefly?
Well, it's essentially about the major leaders in China coming together and confirming who the next leaders are going to be. Actually, all the decisions will have already been made. This Congress will just be endorsing it. It'll be a get-together to endorse names that have been thrashed out over the last few months behind closed doors.
We'll have to keep an eye on who are the important people that come out of it. Our Asia Pacific Regional Editor, Michael Bristow, thank you very much.